Hey, look, babes, I switched over my laundry. I'm sitting here, I'm working on some stuff. I wanted to get on here and show you guys like what I'm basically doing. So I've created like on here, I'm writing out, get down, Bricks, down, stop it. He is a trip. Hey, I told you to get right here and lay down. Get right here and lay down. Lay down, Bricks. Lay down, and don't you move. I'm trying to let you stay out, and I keep having to repeat myself, and that's what's getting me. Briggs, what did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? You get over here. Come here. Over here. Come here. Now you lay down. You lay down. You lay down, Mr. Briggs. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Briggs, lay down. Thank you. Thank you. No, you sit right there and you lay down. Stop it. Don't let me keep telling you the same thing because you're going to go back over there. Okay, look, y'all. So I've created so on the grid blocks that I told you guys about for scheduling, I'm just going through, I'm looking at my schedule that they've posted. So this past week, this week, in the coming weeks, I'm just basically going to be putting my hours on here so I know exactly what I was scheduled. Don't you move. So I'm basically putting all of my hours. So I've created like a rubric of like my own codes, and I put CA for corporate America, E for entrepreneur, B for brokerage. So whenever I'm putting out this, y'all, he feels like he has to sit underneath me or he has to sit on my feet. Look. Under my chair. So I put all of those 3 breakdowns because on the days that I'm working on like my branding materials and things like that, that's falling under my entrepreneurial category. My B is for brokerage, so anything that has to do with incorporation, post licensing, education, all that type of stuff that has to do with the building blocks of my brokerage, creating my SOP and the different things that I'm going to be doing. Get over here, Bricks. Over here. Spit it out. No, don't you do it. Get over here and lay down. You so sneaky. Lay down. Because you about to go back over in your little house over there. Because I'm tired of keep repeating myself. At least, go. 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 Let's go, Mr. Briggs. Go. Go. Into there. Go. Go. No. Keep going. Keep going. Thank you. Shouldn't have to keep repeating myself. So basically, I've divvied it up into those 3 things. So anything that has to do with brokerage for real estate, anything that has to do with entrepreneurship, any endeavor that I'm working on that falls under that category, I'm going to put DR for doctoral. I don't have anything this month that I'm really going to have to do for doctoral, but DR is going to be doctoral program. The only thing I need to do is complete my semester check-in and make sure that my scholarship is applied. And no, don't you get through there. You sit there. So I'm going to put that on my calendar for, what's today? The 6th, right? So the 5th. So tomorrow I'm going to put this on my calendar for DR. So I'm going to say complete semester check-in. Etc. So my etc. is just going to be anything that has to do with semester check-in, anything that has to do with me being in compliance. To be in compliance. So tomorrow I'm going to focus on check-in, anything that I need to be in compliance for my courses that start in August. I'm going to be doing 2. It's so crazy how like undergrad, I used to do 22 hours a semester. That's how I basically graduated early because I went to school year round. I didn't have any, what do you call them classes that kids be taking? I didn't have dual enrollment, so I never took college classes in high school. I got all of my education strictly from when I entered my first semester into the college. But I used to have to get dean approval to go over like the normal, I think a full semester load was 18 hours. So I had to always get dean approval to hit 22 hours, and I had to explain why I needed to hit 22 hours. But then it's so crazy that when you go from undergrad to a master level program, then having 9 hours is considered full-time or something like that. It's either 9 or 12 is considered full-time. I think it's 9, and then 6 or lower is like part-time or whatever. I just find it so crazy how then you get to doctoral and 3 hours is considered full-time. It just shows you the evolution of how intense education gets as you continue to go up the ladder. So with me doing 2 classes, 6 hours, that's already going to be a push, plus me building and branding everything else. So normally with doctoral programs, you get about 5 to 7 years to complete the program. And typically I'm the type of person, when I enter a program, I like to get straight through it and just do what I need to do. But since I'm not in a rush for the doctoral program per se, I'm already in it. I'm not really rushing. I'm actually building businesses, brands, and things like that. I'm going to be not like completely coasting where it's like 1 class every 2 semesters, no summers, and then we're gonna finish 7 years. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm also not gonna press myself so hard. I'm going to incorporate it into my life, part of my routine, to do the courses, to do what I need to do. Then I was speaking to an advisor today, and she's like, man, you've already completed 2 master level programs with us before. You did the MBA, you did the master's in law. Can you transfer any of those to the doctoral program? And I said, look, sis, I was transferring classes between the MBA and the M-Law program, and I was successful being able to, you know, find the correlating classes or the same classes and be able to have those like overrides and stuff like that, so I didn't have to retake them. I'm a little kind of feeling like my doctoral might not be equivalent to a master's level, because doctoral obviously is more education. So I'm not sure if they're going to allow for me to put those in. But it's like, come on, it's a master's in business, it's a master in law. I feel like that's a lot of education in itself. But I'm definitely going to test the waters. I was able to do 1 class that I took in my business program and have it transferred into my doctoral program. And that's what saved me from having to do the class or paying the money. So I'm going to just go through my curriculum. The advisor that I spoke to today was not within my department, so there wasn't much she can do, but she definitely connected. She was supposed to have emailed me, which I'm going to, let me check now. Oh, my mouse is dead. Let me charge my mouse to my computer. But anyway, let's charge that real quick, get a little juice. So I was supposed to, I got to check my email to follow up with her, because she sent me the contact of someone within my department who she said it was really nice, who was really nice and who could assist me on trying to, I'm so tired, y'all. She can assist me on trying to see which classes I can actually transfer, because the more classes I can transfer into the program, the less I have to take, the less money, all of that. It's a whole bunch of like things that don't have to be redone. So we're gonna see what's given on that. Why do I keep having a network connection? I'm not understanding. My electric bill is paid. I mean, not my electric bill. My TV bill is paid. I was checking my TikTok and it was like network issue. Oh, okay. Well, I just restarted my I just refreshed the page. And there we go. I'm finding myself in a lost where it's been for the thing is. It's okay. Okay, y'all, so yeah, so I'll be checking in. I'm gonna be doing that. So like, outside of me doing semester check-in and the requirements that needs to be fulfilled for my doctoral program, there's nothing left for me to do until almost I think the semester starts, I think they said the check-in has to be done by the 12th, at least a week before August, and the semester doesn't start until like the mid-20s, like the 22nd, like the earlier 20s of August. So I still have like a month roughly before I have to start. So yeah, I'm not even going to get too caught up. So that's the only doctoral, but basically I'm just categorizing each thing that I'm working on and putting it on here. Now for this page, I want it to be like, I don't want to put fitness goals and YouTube goals and all that on this page. It'll become too chaotic. But I think anything as far as doctoral, really I was going to do corporate and entrepreneurship so it could just focus on the paying things. But I'm going to do doctoral, corporate America, entrepreneur, brokerage. Those are all of my main like things that I have to focus on. Obviously my fitness goals and my I don't know why I keep, I'm gonna take an airborne because the more I'm thinking about it, it could just be congestion. I mean, I know I went swimming today, I was fine, but I think it just could be allergies, sinuses, like extra mucus and all that stuff could just be. But anyway, I'm going to, because that pool was clean today, baby. I couldn't even see a speck of dirt. Like, anyway, I am going to focus on putting those categories on this page. Entrepreneurship will fall underneath, you know, that, I mean, YouTube and my medias and stuff will fall underneath that category of entrepreneurship. My brands and things like that, then brokerage is going to be focused on real estate, and then corporate America is CA, and then doctoral program is DR. So yeah, so, and I'm putting that next to everything. So if I say that I don't have to work today, no shift, then that's like CA. So pretty much anything that I don't have to work, like I've been saying throughout the video, for corporate America is being filled in with the other obligations that I have. So my biggest obligations that I really need to try to really hone in on, because I'm striving to make changes or make improvement in, is by the end of the year I would like to have completed all 60 hours of my post-licensing education, even though only half of it is due by the end of this year and half of it is due by the end of next year. I still want to finish it all by the end of this year, but really over the next month or two I would like to finish all 60 hours. Then I also would like to make sure that I am financially budgeting and planning and making sure that I, you know, like I said, and a lot of this stuff is repetitive in my other videos, but some of you might not be watching, and even if it's repetitive throughout this video, it's just because I'm retouching on points just in case it's not making sense, or just in case, or as I'm working on things, I'm just coming back over these same points. So like I said, right now is go time, it's focus time, it's, you know, like, I have a lot of stuff on my mind, a lot of stuff on my plate, a lot of stuff on my heart, and though those things I'm dealing with when I'm not working on things, I'm still not going to let them get in the way of what I'm doing. Because one thing about your world is when there's something that's not within my control that I really do care about, or I feel some type of way about, I'm going to have my feelings for it, but it will not stop my hustle. No ma'am. The only thing that's going to stop this hustle is me. But typically, I will just push myself through whatever I'm going through. That could be bad, that could be good, that could be so many different things. But look, I'm not going to be in the same, you're not going to find me in the same place that I was left. That's just in anything. Okay, so like for example, like the last time you see me in a job, I was working toward obtaining something. The next time you see me, I'm going to have already achieved it, or I'm going to be almost there. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. So basically, corporate America is actually texting me right now. I know it's late at night. Yeah, it's like 9:40. But she works a lot. Like, she works a lot. She actually answers. So yeah, I know I got quiet real quick, but that's what I'm actually doing, sending her some stuff that she needed. And yeah, so basically that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, getting those hours for the post-licensing education, making sure that I do everything that I'm supposed to do as far as check-in for a doctoral program, then at least complete, by the end of the year, at least 6, I want to at least complete 6 hours of doctoral by the end of the year. Because like I said, 3 hours is really technically full-time because it's a lot of work. But 6 hours, if I can do more, great. If not, at least 6 hours by the end of the year. We only have 5 months left of the year, so that should tell you. And then I'm in advanced programs, so my courses are every 8 weeks. So we have double the work because a typical semester is about 16 weeks. We only have 8 weeks. So we're doubling up on our workload as well. So not only is 3 hours considered full-time, but it's also like the time. We don't even have the same time as a typical program, which, don't get me wrong, I've always liked the accelerated version. But yeah, so I'm going to at least try to do 6 hours, if not more, which I'm going to write these down in there's a section right here called notes. I know I've been writing down like goals and stuff like right here, but I'm going to write them in my notes section. Okay, so sorry, I was replying back to her, but anyway, so I'm gonna put in the notes section basically goals. So I'm gonna say 5 yeah, I'm gonna say 5-month goals. So these 5-month goals are basically, we have 5 months left of the year, and every time I get into a different, so I'm gonna say month, July, so we know, but every time I get into a new month, I want to be able to take those I'm gonna be able to take those notes that I didn't finish that month and apply it to the next month. For example, if I say I want to complete the 60 hours for my post-licensing education, the chances of me actually completing that in a week, it's not highly likely, but it could happen. Or the chances of it happening in 1 month is not likely that all 60 hours are going to happen, but it can happen if I push myself. So that's something that I might have to carry into August. You see what I'm saying? So it might go from July to August. But I'm still gonna put all of the things. I'm gonna number it. So number 1, let's just say complete doctoral check-in plus 6 hours of education. These are the goals. And number 2, and they're in no specific order, weigh in at, let's see, if we're talking about going into January, I would like to be 145 or lower. I know that sounds like far right now because I'm typically sitting right around the 160 range, 159. But let's just say weigh in at 145 pounds or lower. And these goals are all hit. I'm gonna just make a note, hit these goals by 1/1/2023. So I'm just gonna asterisk there. These are not overnight goals. Number 3, I would like to hit 1,000 plus YouTube subscribers. 4, and these are my main things that I'm working on. Incorporation, 4, brokerage. It's important that you hold yourself accountable and you write out your goals. If you don't write out your goals, you don't manifest, you don't do law of attraction, you don't do these things that actually work, it's going to be difficult for you to get results. Definitely, if you're going to do anything, if you say screw manifesting, screw law of attraction, I don't care about that stuff, I don't want to hear about that stuff, cool. But let me just tell you, goal setting. Goal setting is going to put you in a bracket. Goal setting times consistency times discipline times a routine, baby. That right there is going to have you lit. So incorporation, let's just say minimalize more. So I just kind of, I know when I say minimalize more, it's just like if I'm not using it, I don't need it. It needs to be out of my house. We already know I have a lot of shoes. Okay, let's not talk about it. We know I have a lot of purses. Let's not talk about that either. But because I have all of these things, I do wear them and I do use them. But for like, if there's furniture pieces, if it's shoes, if it's whatever, and I just feel like it's not being used or I've worn it out and I don't want it anymore, like an outfit, a specific outfit that I know I'm not going to rewear. Okay, let's sell it or let's Goodwill it or whatever. So I just basically want to get out of my house the things that are just here just to be here. Like they're taking up space. So that's what we're going to do there. So that's what I mean when I say minimalize more. It's not basically saying have one cup, have one plate, have one spoon, one fork, one knife. I'm not minimalizing to the T like that, okay? Another thing that I'm going to say is pay off all debt except any student loans. Now granted, throughout education, oh no, there's a kidnapping. Okay, let me see the alert. Jeez, I didn't even get to see much. Kidnapped child. I'm about to look this one up because it's okay, y'all. So basically, pay off all debt except, yeah, even though I had a lot of like scholarships and stuff throughout college, each of my levels, some of my education was not scholarships, and I wasn't about to give up my education. Like in my MBA program, in my undergrad program, in my I think I might have had like 1 or 2 courses scholarship in my law program, but my MBA program I have more. In my doctoral program I have this one on this one course, but or a semester, whatever, but they're more difficult to get, and I want to further my education. That's my prerogative. I would prefer all of them to be scholarship, but there's been phases in between all of those degrees and licensures and stuff like that that I might have had some type of balance. Actually, those look good for you because they stay on your credit for a long time, and obviously if you're in deferment or even if you're in an arrangement of payment, it still looks good on the credit report, like deferment, because I'm obviously still furthering my education, so it looks really good. But yeah, so when I say pay off all debt except for loans, except for any student loans, that's because I'm still furthering my education. So anything that might fall in that category, it'll come a day where I'll have to set up an arrangement for that, or I'll have to do whatever. But as of right now, those are positive, long-standing accounts, so they look good on my credit. But pretty much the debt that I'm referring to is not even like debt. Like when people think debt, some people be thinking like, oh, is it bankruptcy worthy? It's not. I don't have any bankruptcies or anything like that. And the debt that I'm referring to is just really not that big a deal, like at all. But I am going to set up to make sure that that's taken care of by the end of the year, because I've been saying it month after month after month after month. I got it written in notebooks. I got it written in journals. But then it's like I'll call and then it's like, oh, well, this company has it. And then I'll be feeling some type of way trying to dispute it, because it's like, wait a minute, I didn't do business with them. So stop selling my stuff to a third party, because honestly, technically I didn't do business with them. And if I dispute hard enough and long enough and continue to keep trying to do things, then I can literally like probably get the whole situation waived. But because that could take a long time, I just rather try to rectify situations with the actual companies and see if we're on the same page somehow or another, and reducing or whatever. The balance is super small. Sometimes it's just like, okay, let's come to an agreement and let's pay this off and let's call it a day. So that's where we're at with that. I'm gonna set up. Yeah, I'm actually gonna set up a whole like for that. But anyway, which I might create like I had a like pockets on one of my bill organizers where I can actually slip index cards in there. I have to find that bill organizer, because if I haven't gotten rid of it and I still keep it, I can literally put stuff in there. This is gonna be a long vlog. This is for my people who want to hear how I'm bettering myself, how they can better themselves, and this vlog is perfect for you to watch when you're working on your business stuff and you just need to hear somebody talking about motivation or what they're doing. Like, otherwise you're probably gonna feel like this is too long and you're just talking about too much. So I don't know, it's going up regardless, because I've been filming and talking and filming and talking. Anyway, so we're gonna pay off all debts except any student loans. Like, I looked at collections the other day and it's literally like nothing in there. Like, there's something in there, but it's like, in the grand scheme of things, it's like nothing really. But like I said, no matter how small the balances are, I still want to set them up on arrangements just for better sake. 7, by the end of the month, I want to cut all cost of unnecessary things, like items or memberships, I'm gonna say. So for example, like I told you guys where Bricks goes, he's gonna go to this vet for like the year. That's it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep taking him to that vet. Maybe I'll keep him plugged in with them, because he won't need to go as often as he gets over the age of 1. But the vet is like, oh, like a distance from us, probably like a 30 to 45 minute drive. And it happened because when I first got him and he needed to get shots and stuff like that, I couldn't find anybody who was open around the time that he needed to get his up-to-date shots. Everybody was booked out for weeks at a time, and whoever I could find, like credible, but who I could find, I was going to. And it just so happened they were 45 minutes away, actually, where I used to go and do my actual real estate school a while ago, and like a long time ago. And I said, oh, that's where he's gonna go. And ever since, he's been going there. He's 7 months now, so he's got to the end of the year. The new year, he'll be basically before the new year, he'll be a year. So by the time January comes, he'll be about a year and 2 months, somewhere around there. So we'll see if he's gonna continue there. But they have this like thing where it's not a membership, it's not pet insurance, but it's almost like you pay monthly and you basically get perks, but the perks we don't even use, so that's like a waste of money. So I'm only gonna probably either stay within this program up until the year, or because there is a cancellation fee, or I'm going to just tell them to cut the fee, like cut it. We don't want to do it anymore. But I definitely wanted to do it up to a year, since I know that that's the year, that 1 year is when they have to do a lot of like updates and shots and maintenance. So we'll see. Gym membership, that's getting cut out. I didn't get to make it to the gym the other day to go talk to the guy to cancel my membership, but that's getting cut too, because there's no reason I should be spending $25 on $20 to $25 on a membership when I have a gym. I've reactivated my card for my gym in my condo. It's no point. Things like that, like for example, the things for Bricks monthly is like $39, like $40, right? The gym is like $20 to $25, right? That's $65 a month for what? If we took the $65 a month, let's just, because we're going to say, let's just add both of those things. Well, let's just do them. I want to tell y'all an individual, like, basis. Okay, let's go to the calculator, because y'all know I like to talk things out and make it make sense. So, which, on the bottom of this, I'm actually going to create a thing that says things I am wasting money on, because we need to cut these, because all of these things that we're wasting money on can also turn around and be the fees that we pay toward these balances. It could be the money that we save, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. So $39, I'm writing it down now. Okay, so if we say $39, right, times 39 times 12, right? I'm doing this in real time for y'all. 39 times 12 is $468. So if we, let's just say $40, right? Because I'm pretty sure after they process a credit card fee, or whatever, we're at that. So about $480, right? Between $468, $480, to be exact, $468. We're spending almost $500 a year. Mind you, we won't be at a year by the time we have canceled. Me and Bricks will only be at some months, but in a year you will spend roughly $480. So let's just say $500, because there may be fees attached from your credit card, or there may be, or debit card, or whatever. So let's just round from 480, let's 460s, let's just say 500. Let's use rounded numbers. You're spending $500 a year for some pet insurance that you don't need, to go back to get weighed and to go back and check these different things that he can get weighed on my scale in my bathroom. So I don't know, things like that don't make sense. But the only thing that did make sense for us to get the pet insurance, let me say this, is a lot of the packages that he needed are within that membership. So all of his shots were actually discounted because he's a part of the membership, which when you really think about it, it's like kind of like y'all trying to play people, and I'm too smart, period. Because think about it, y'all created the membership, which means y'all would have created the slashed prices, which means that y'all also created when the prices are not slashed. So by doing the membership and paying monthly, even when he's not being serviced, you're making that money in between those monthlies from all those patients. I get it, I know it, but it is what it is, okay? So we ended up signing up for it, and it did save us like a good chunk on our bill. Once he get through year one, like I said, once he turns a year, I'm not going to be pressed for it. I'll take him as needed, and I'll take him probably for like 6-month checkups once he gets past whatever. So yeah, so that's that, right? So you're spending almost $500 on that. So then just say that we spend $25 a month at Planet for 12 months. That's about $300, right? And I said 25 because I know once you add the fees, it's about $25 or $26 that the Planet actually charges you for your membership. 300 plus 500 is $800. We're spending $800 a year for these services that do not have to be. Then let's also talk about how I'm not on auto pay, right? I'm not on auto pay for my phone bill like I used to be, because I have 2 lines. I think it's $5. It's either $5 or $10 per line, but I think it's $5 per line that you have on auto pay, or it groups it together because it's one bill, but you save like $10. $10 times 12 months is $120. You can either have paid 2 of those bills, 1 of those bills, or you could have literally just saved $120 in a year by just being on auto pay. And like I said, you don't have to necessarily have them drafted from your card. You could pay before the draft date, and that will save you and still allow you to be on discount. Now I am on auto pay when it comes down to my car insurance, but auto pay can get tricky sometimes, because if you say you have a card that expires, or you have a card that you need to discard because something happened, then you have to go back to all of those accounts and you have to reset up your auto pay, because now those are the wrong card numbers. You know what I mean? So that's why I always say there's this feature that banks offer sometimes of a prepaid card, which I think is perfect for you to use your reloadable prepaid card for auto pays, or to use that same card for maybe shopping on websites that you're not familiar with, that you don't know if these are legit sites. You might want to go ahead and use that card. And then if ever you have to change that card out, then you know, okay, that's the one card that I had linked to everything. Or if you have to change that card out, you basically have to go through all your stuff again and change the cards anyway. So the best thing to do is to know what your expenses are, know what you have to pay monthly. That's where bill organization comes into play. If you know everything, that every bill that comes into your house and everything that you pay out toward these bills for your expenses, then you know what you have to deal with monthly. So if you do change a card and you have to replace it or replace the cards on these accounts, you know, okay, well, if I have my electric bill, I have my phone bill, I have my da-da-da-da, I have this, I have that, I have that, and you know everything that you have, then it's really logging into these sites or calling and saying, can you put this card on file? So I think that's why I think bill organization and knowing what's in front of you does matter. What else would I say? Things that I'm wasting my money on. I have hotspot on my phone, and I think that it's important to have hotspot. My phone bill also has a protect system on my phone, which I don't want no protect, because if I break this phone, I'm sending it to go get repaired either through Apple or through, you know what I mean? Y'all are not gonna repair it for me. So I may be taking that off. I'm gonna weigh the pros and the cons. But I'm going to be taking off fees that don't have to be. Like, it's ridiculous. So let's jump back up to the 5-month goals. So I put 2 things on the list that I know that I'm just wasting money on. Let's go back up top and talk about the goals. So far we have complete doctoral check-in plus 6 hours of education by the end of the year, weigh in at 145 pounds or lower, hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers, incorporate for brokerage, minimalize more, pay off all debts except any student loans, cut all costs of unnecessary items or memberships. Which, let's talk about student loans real quick, and let's just talk about, because I don't think some of you guys know this, and I'm going to explain this to you, and I hope it makes sense. So if you're not familiar with what the term consolidating or consolidation means, I'm going to break it down for you in simple terms, layman's terms. Consolidating something is basically combining something. If you have 5 different loans, right, and or 5 different amounts of loans through the same company. So say you have Fed loans, like the typical, loan servicing company that a lot of students may have or whatever, right? And you have 5 different balances. You have $1,000 balance, $10,000 balance, $3,000 balance, $2,000 balance, $6,000 balance, from undergrad to doctoral to master's to whatever, right? And they all fall from that same company. You could either keep all of those as 5 separate loans that shows up 5 different times on your credit and pay all of those and let it show up 5 different times, or you can consolidate them all as one, which is going to combine all loans and make them one. So all of those numbers I just threw out, 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, those numbers I threw, add all of those up and it will be one balance, one loan. It will report on your credit one time. The balance will be higher, but it will be consolidated, which would mean that the other 4 that you consolidated into this one are going to look paid off. So to your credit, that may look like, oh, great, she paid off the loans. Or it could hurt you and say she doesn't have as many good paying credit history. Sorry, on my laundry. Or it could look at the account and they could say, oh, since she only had these 5 loans that were positive history on her credit and she's paid off 4, now it only looks like 1 loan is positive history and 4 just went out the window. Whether paid or not paid, it's not revolving. So these consolidating could do a lot of good, but it can also do a lot of harm depending on what the person's credit report is and depending on how your credit looks. Consolidating could help somebody. Keeping them independent loans could help you with, like I said, with either repayment history, with revolving credit, or with even, you know, your balance breakdown. So think about that. But I just wanted to throw that out because I don't think some people understand what consolidation is and how it works, etc. So anyway, I also said I wanted to cut all costs of unnecessary items or memberships. So that's why I'm starting the list down here that says things I'm wasting money on. And all of these things will be canceling. And then next to it, it says cancel this crap. Sometimes you just gotta put it how it is. So cancel this crap. The next thing I'm gonna say, number 8 for my 5-month goal, for the goals for the rest of the year. Did I already write the hours for the? Nope. So I'm gonna say complete 60 hours of broker pre-license or post, not pre, post licensing education. I want to, since we have 5 months of the year, I said I wanted to read between 1 and 3 books by the end of July. So let's just say I want to read 10 books by January. So number 9, read 10 books by 1/1/2023. Just further my education, like knowledge. Number 10, I'm going to say expand financial investment portfolio. You know, like stocks, bonds, or builder accounts, or whatever. I'm wanting to expand my assets. So expand assets and create. Expand some and create new ones, basically. And create new. The next thing that I want to do is, I already said incorporate. How much, let's see. I want to save, invest, debt free. Like I said, it's not including the credit when I say debt free. I mean, it's not including the student loans when I say debt free. I'm referring to anything else. Save, invest, be debt free. I'm just writing a line that's just basically saying the things that I want to do. So let me just say this too. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, but you're also like doing education, like you work and stuff like that, like if you're, hey y'all, my storage keep filling up, probably because I'm talking so much, but this is real time. Like I've been sitting at this desk, I've been getting work done, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So this is literally me in real time telling y'all what's up. So if you are, first of all, I'm just gonna say this is not every lender, but I just, when I want to drop a gem, I'm gonna drop a gem because somebody might be able to use what I'm saying. So if you are continuing your education, whether you're in a doctoral program, undergrad, master's, whatever, and you are also like an entrepreneur, you might not have your 2 years worth of tax information because you were a student, so you didn't work as much, so you didn't really claim it as a regular job, or whatever the case may be. Basically what I'm saying is there are some lenders who will allow, like, say that you're in entrepreneurship but you feel like it's too rocky, it's not stable enough for you to use that as your 2 years worth of taxes. If you are doing education, like furthering your education, and you are a student, like full-time or something, you can actually have the lender apply you being a student as your 2 years worth of tax history. Now that might not work out for every lender. I'm not a lender, but I know that I spoke to a lender a long time ago, and I said, hey, if I feel like as an entrepreneur, you know, 2 years worth of taxes are not really like gonna prove what I need to prove to become a homeowner and do what I need to do or whatever. This is when I was thinking about acquiring this one property and stuff like that. And we got to talking, and we was trying to see if it was right for my life at the time. And I was like, can I use show that I was a student, but I'm actually going for education? Or in some instances, you can literally be. So let me finish that thought, and then I'll say the other thought. So then she was like, yeah, you can actually use your 2 years worth of education, or show that you're in continuous education, and you can use that times, you know, if you have your entrepreneurship or a job or something like that, and you can use that as your means of supporting documentation over those 2 years. So I'm not sure if the taxes still would need to be shown, but oh, I think that was the thing. I think that I would be able to have done it if I show proof of non-filer. So those 2 years of taxes, proof of non-filer. But like I said, don't quote me because I'm not a lender. She could have known what she was talking about. She could have not known what she was talking about, but I remember I asked that and that was what it was. So then another thing you can do also is if you are not having stable, because you know how some lenders may want you to have the same job or the same line of work for the last 2 years to prove your like check stubs and stuff like that. Well, if you are completing your education or something like that, and say that you graduate this month with business degree and next month you go get in a position of business, that looks like, okay, well, she might not have been working that same job. Why? Because she was in school and now she's actually started in her career for business. And that one first pay stub or 2 pay stubs after that shows that it's following what you just went to school for, that can assist you too. There's so many different intricate ways, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I got the whole rah-rah, but I just wanted to drop those gems to you. So save, invest, debt free. So I am going to be picking the phone up and talking to some lenders and stuff like that because you guys know I want to acquire more properties, and I think since I'm going back to corporate America, I'm working on the doctoral program and I'm trying to do a brokerage. I can, at this point, I literally can be utilizing this to my advantage in so many different ways, like as I'm working. So that's that. The 12th thing that I'm going to say, what can we say that we want to have done by the end of this year? I do want to be back with fitness, but I've already said 145 pounds by the end of the year. What else can we say? Oh, I hit 3 years and 6 months on 1/1/2023 on my locks. So just making sure that I keep my locks and don't get rid of them, because January 1st 2023 is going to hit 3 years and 6 months, which is 3.5 years for me, it locked. So then the next thing that I'm going to say, let's just make a list of 20 just in case. We're at number 13 now. The next thing that I would say, I'm not sure yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this list to continue to create. But like I said, I'm really here just getting my life and writing down everything as I'm telling you guys, to be able to look back on things and say, wow, you did that. You said you were going to do that and you did that. Like I said, I'm not looking for the validation of others. I'm looking to do what I said I'm going to do and hold myself accountable. And the only reason that you guys know about it is because I feel like if my channel is about being a real, raw, uncut lifestyle, self-improvement, self-mastery, then I need to share these different things with you that I'm actually experiencing on a daily basis. So what I'm going to get back to now, I'm going to end the vlog because I think this, at this point, is probably a couple of hours. No, not a couple hours, but it's probably about an hour long, if not over an hour, of me talking about bossing up. So I think I'm going to end it now, but let me just tell you what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. This is me in real time, like I said, working on the things that I told you guys I was going to work on. So for the rest of the night, I'm almost done, but all the way up into the 17th, I'm already scheduled. So I'm going to continue writing out my weekly shifts, so that if I carry this with me in my purse or in my briefcase and I don't have my phone that has a schedule or something, I have it written in here so I know exactly what I'm supposed to work. So I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm really going to worry about trying to do any of the post-licensing education real estate stuff tonight because I'm kind of tired and I don't want to just be sleepy trying to do work. And I think I'm definitely probably going to read. I thought about taking a bath and reading in the bathtub, but girl, I might fall asleep. I'm just being honest, but I think it would be perfect to go take a bath. It would be so perfect to go take a bath and read a book with some candles. Am I gonna fall asleep in the tub? I hope not. So yeah, I want to read before I go to sleep though, at least 30 minutes, because I'm very sleepy now. But it's like you got to pick up on your goals and routine. I think if I took a bath right now, it would probably wake me up a little bit. Why is he like this? I'm about to show y'all. Why is he like this? Like why? Like why do you feel like you have to like fall asleep like this? Like I know we be going outside, we be running and stuff. Oh, I'm telling your business. Oh, not the eye roll. Sorry, bro. I just don't know why you be doing all that when you fall asleep. I really don't know. Anyway, he looking at me like, okay, you telling them folks my business. But anyway, look, y'all. So I'm going to finish writing out the shifts for the week as far as the work. Honestly, color coordinating is a really good way to schedule a block. So I'm probably going to need to invest in some colored, like red pens. I have blue, but I need to do like red, blue, black so I don't get confused on scheduling. So I'm going to write everything out in black tonight. That has to do with the job. And then I'll figure out the system for everything else. I want to read about 30 minutes tonight. I want to journal. What else do I want to do? That's pretty much it. And I think I might actually, I don't know if I'm going to do this tonight, but I'm going to soon fill out the form that I have to fill out to get started on. There's a lot of steps that I have to take to actually incorporate and do what I need to do. So then I'm going to start creating budgets for things. That might not be tonight, but that's definitely going to be soon this week. But I want to start creating budgets for things that I'll need for my real estate brokerage that I'm working toward. I'm going to just start budgeting out like a miscellaneous cost / specifics. But I'm not going to be buying anything for the brand, for the business, anything until I do my incorporation phases, because I do want to open up like, I just want to open up everything properly. Like I don't want to rush the process. This is not meant for me to rush. This is meant for me to work toward what I'm trying to do. And I don't have to rush, basically. You know what I mean? I don't need to rush. So, yeah. Where is my mouse pad? So, yeah, y'all, that's what I'm about to do. I'm looking at my mouse pad. The camera's on it. I'm going to upload this video. I'll be back with a lot more of these where I'm just doing day in the lives or whatever. Because that's basically what this is. My reset evening routine / like I said, entrepreneurship. So I'm going to take this SD card out of here, out of the back of my camera, pop it into the computer, and really, I don't even know if I'm going to do it like, I think I'm just going to post. I'm not about to review this video because I already know it's going to be long. I think I'm going to upload it. I don't think there's really much I have to edit. Y'all will hear me talking in breaks throughout the video anyway. But I think I'm just going to upload it, and I'll watch it when it uploads, when y'all watch it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay motivated. Go get them calendars. Do what you need to do to boss up, sis. But make this the last year that you sleep on yourself. And I'll see y'all in the next video.